seen through glass. Welcome to the very boring and long drive back to London from Monaco. Unfortunately, Paul and I have now left the south of France, but that means we are now on our way towards our next adventure. More to come on that very shortly. On the drive down to Monaco from London, I did a walkie-talkie comparison of my Ferrari 360 and Paul's C63 AMG. That did mean, however, that I wasn't able to film my usual walkie-talkie YouTuber Q&A as I have done in previous years. But today we're basically doing the exact same journey in reverse. It's another 14 and a half hours, 1,300 kilometers, so I've charged up the walkie-talkies so Paul and I can answer some of your questions. Right, our first question is from CNTFG, and he basically wants to know, he or she actually, I don't know if it's a he or she, wants to know if there's one car that we've sold which we regret selling.
Well, it is actually the car that I kept the least amount of time. I regret selling the Lamborghini Gallardo because it is the car that I always find myself re-watching videos of when I owned it.
Is that because you've forgotten how awful it was?
Maybe, but I miss how loud it was and how brutal it was. And whilst fundamentally it is a car that you really cannot drive that often, it just made me sweat and it just felt like I was living on the edge. So that is why the Gallardo is the one car that I regret selling, but it is also one of the motives as to why I'm trying so hard to buy a Murcielago. And I'm sorry that I mentioned it so early on in the Q&A.
Well, I literally thought we might last longer than 30 seconds before you mentioned a bloody Murcielago! But I'm surprised you picked the Gallardo. I think the obvious choice for me, and it's always going to be the same answer, I miss my F-Type.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you missed the McLaren.
Okay, the next question is from a username that I cannot pronounce but appears on screen now. And it's quite a good one. What would we change about each other's cars?
Oh boy, how I would change that 360. I think I would turn your car into a sleeper. Ferrari 360. I would take it to Novitec. A lot of people don't know, but Novitec started out supercharging Ferraris. So I would supercharge your 360, but keep it looking how it looks at the moment. So you've got like a 900 brake horsepower car.
Classic Paul Wallace. Ruin a perfectly fantastic car by doing something completely stupid. Has there ever been a supercharged 360? Is that a thing? I know you would know.
Novitec didn't just make a product and not fit it to a car. They sold tons, and it was very popular and very reliable. But I think that you struggled to get the power down because it's rear-wheel drive, and those cars are a little hairy at the best of times. So I think it was around 600 brake horsepower. I'm not entirely sure, but there are definitely some examples that exist around the world, probably mainly in Russia.
I wouldn't really change much with your car. The only thing I would change, I'd get rid of the blue.
I think you're going to offend a lot of people by saying that you'd get rid of the blue, because arguably that's what makes this car look so good.
I think the fact that you said the blue makes it look good is subjective. Unique, I would agree. I don't know why I don't like it. I love the Nano Grey, I love all the other bits you've added. The blue just doesn't personally work for me. I don't know whether I would change the colour or whether I just wouldn't have any accents or details. Maybe yellow, but I quite like your car being just like a beefy muscle car without much colour, personally. It's all a personal taste.
Well, you can take your personal taste and stick it out.
You were so aggressive I couldn't hear a word you were saying just then, but shall we move on? Okay, this one I quite like. It's from Lantipa. I hope that's the way you pronounce it. But if we had to build a Need for Speed type project car, which car and kind of what will we do to it. And I quite like this because we've also been discussing the Dream Project Car series, whether that's you in a drift car or me in some kind of classic car restoration. But this is very much a Need for Speed theme, so I'll let you kickstart again.
I would probably go down the route of like a Toyota GT86 drift car, put a mega wide body on it, a crazy wrap, but then loads of liveries. You know, like from Fast and the Furious 1, when they've got all of the sponsors down on the doors. You remember Brian's
lime green Mitsubishi coach? Like
sick. That's literally my dream version, like that.
Sponsors down doors.
I'll do all of that, and I'll basically retro a GT86 to try and make it look as though it would fit in Fast and the Furious 1, with a wide body kit, side exit exhaust pipes, so when I'm sideways, you've got flames coming out the side.
It would have a hydraulic handbrake, and it would fundamentally be like the
Ultimate drift car. I'd probably engine swap it with an Aventador, so it had a 6.5 litre V12, and yeah.
I literally would do the same, a sort of Fast and Furious 1 kind of like throwback. I would want to find some like 90s or noughties car. You know what? Which was the Fast and Furious when they had that NSX at the end, the NSX Type R, and they came to rescue Vin Diesel from the... Was it Vin Diesel had been arrested? And then they came and saved him in the desert somewhere, and there was a badass, heavily modified NSX Type R, and I just thought that was the bomb. So the next question is a big one, and I will lead with this and you can join. 912 Ford GT is asked, why are we not going to be in Monaco for Top Marques? We mentioned on the drive down that unfortunately this year neither Paul and I are going to be at the sort of, I guess, iconic event. It's only iconic because we've been going for the last 4 or 5 years. We are actually going to be in the same place when Top Marques is going on, and that place, Los Angeles. We are going back to California, and I cannot freaking wait. Now, from my side, over the last few years, Top Marques has got bigger and bigger and arguably better and better. And last year, Paul didn't actually come. Well, he did come, but he missed the main event. And I was very aware of the fact that he wasn't there, not just from a friendship point of view, but also from a fact that it's such a, you know, a sort of big part of our year, and he chose to miss it. And I was like, well, that's quite a punchy move. But he made some really strong content. He didn't miss out too much of the sort of moments that were going on in Monaco, and still had a great time. And so this year, we were looking at the sort of diary and working out what to do, and I got a few emails and calls from people out in California with a few opportunities around April, May time.
I got a email from the guys at VF Engineering. Now these guys do the supercharged R8s, Hurricanes. Parker from Vehicle Virgins has got one on his car, and they've built a Hurricane Performante supercharged to 900 brake horsepower, and they invited me out to LA, which just so happened to be over the Top Marques weekend.
It's quite a big step, I guess, at least it is for my channel, because I think every year since I've started seeing Through Glass, in April I've headed down to Monaco for Top Marques, so this will be a first. It's either going to be a great success or a massive disaster, and next year we'll be running back to Monaco, but I don't think it is. We've got some amazing things lined up, seriously exciting stuff planned, some great collaborations, some great opportunities, and it'll just be cool to do something a bit different. So yes, you are watching this video on Friday, and so tomorrow, Paul and I are getting on a plane and headed to California. I can't friggin' wait!
Come on. Come on. I'm right here. What are you doing? I've got people behind me. Ugh, bloody hell.
Okay, final question, which I think is an awesome one, from Rosen Rusev. What do our girlfriends think of our cars?
That is a wicked question. And I think I'm going to keep it short and sweet, down to the C63. So my girlfriend was a massive fan of the BMW M3. It was one of her favourite cars that I'd owned.
However, the favourite car that I'd owned
was the AMG GTS. So she loves the sound of the C63, even with the new exhaust system. She loves the pops and the cracks and the way that the muscle sound comes out. But she prefers the BMW M3 from a comfort point of view and from a visual point of view. So I'm kind of in a weird boat with her, really. She enjoys the AMG, but she'd prefer to be in the M3.
My girlfriend loves the 360. She falls asleep in it all the time. I'm not sure if that means that I drive too slowly, or if it just means that this car's super comfortable, which I do think it's super comfortable. These seats are amazing. But yeah, she falls asleep in it all the time, but she says she loves it. The Porsche, funnily enough, she's actually been driving the Cayman quite a lot in and around London, so she's now got this sort of strange affinity to it. But I don't think she loves it. Her favourite car was the F-Type, so that's quite weird that your girlfriend loved the AMG, my girlfriend loved the F-Type. We obviously own those two cars at a very similar time and even wrapped them the same colour, so quite funny that. But yes, I think 360 is definitely going down well at the moment. There we go. A very long Q&A, which I hopefully have edited right down so that it's not 29 minutes. We've been recording for 29 minutes. I hope to definitely cut out a lot of the superfluous crap, and it's shorter for you guys to be able to enjoy it in a more snappy format. But anyway, yes, we are headed to LA. As sad as I am to have left Monaco, I am headed back there next month, actually only in a few weeks. So I'll be back in Monaco before you know it. I'm sad to miss Top Mark, but oh my god, I love America. Oh my god, I love California. I love LA. I cannot wait for the opportunity to be out there. If you're in LA, if you've got cars, if you want to do some filming, make sure to get in touch. You can drop me an email, info@seenthroughglass.com, or drop me a DM on all the different social media platforms. I would love to meet up. There's already a lot planned, but I'm looking for more things to do, more things to film. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's adventures. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure you subscribe for plenty more videos to come.